Hello everyone. In this week's lesson, we're going to explore stress and the impact on our brain. Stress isn't always negative. In some situations, stress helps you to stay alert and motivated. It's what helped our ancestors survive dangerous situations, and it's what helps us meet deadlines or respond quickly in times of emergency. However, when stress becomes chronic, it's like leaving your car engine running for too long. It starts to wear down important systems in your body and brain. In today's world, we face different types of stress than our ancestors did. Instead of occasional physical dangers, we deal with ongoing challenges, health concerns, family responsibilities, financial decisions, and the constant stream of information from our increasingly digital world. This persistent stress can affect how we think, how we remember, and how we make decisions. Why is understanding this connection between stress and brain function so important? Because knowledge is power. When we understand how stress affects our brain, we can recognize when stress is impacting our thinking. We can make better decisions about our health. We can protect our memory and our cognitive function. We can develop effective strategies to manage stress, and we can maintain better physical and mental health as we age. In this lesson, you'll learn about practical techniques to manage stress, understand how your brain responds to pressure and stress, and develop strategies to think more clearly even in challenging situations. More importantly, you'll discover that you have more control over your stress response than you think. When you experience stress, whether it's from a sudden noise, a worrying situation, or even ongoing challenges, your brain quickly senses that something is off. This process is known as the fight or flight response. The first area of the brain affected by stress is the amygdala. The amygdala is an early warning system, like a smoke detector. It quickly notices potential danger or stress, whether it's a loud noise, an upsetting situation, or maybe a worrying thought. When the amygdala senses something is wrong, it sends a rapid signal that something's not right. This is called the fight or flight response because it prepares us to either face the challenge or get away from it. Once alerted by the amygdala, the hypothalamus, which is a small but powerful control center in your brain, springs into action. It acts like a conductor, coordinating a series of responses to help your body prepare for what's coming. One key role is to trigger the fight or flight response. That happens when the hypothalamus will send signals through the sympathetic nervous system, also known as the SNS, which is the system responsible for the fight or flight response. This system will release the stress hormones located in the adrenal glands. They'll mostly include adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, and noradrenaline. These hormones provide you with a burst of energy, which will affect your various body systems. In the stress response, there will be physical changes. That can include responses such as a quicker heart rate and breathing. Adrenaline will make your heart beat faster and stronger, which will provide more blood flow to the muscles. The blood is redirected. The blood is redirected away from less critical areas, like the digestive system, to your muscles, preparing them for quick action. Your pupils may dilate, which lets in more light and helps you to see better in low light conditions. This ensures that you're as alert as possible. Your stress hormones also increase the amount of sugar in the bloodstream, which provides your body with a quick source of energy for the fight or flight response. The HPA axis, or hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, is a key system in your body that helps you respond to stress. It involves a series of signals sent from one part of your body to the other, preparing you to deal with challenges. This process happens in 3 steps. First, the hypothalamus releases CRH. The hypothalamus is a small area in the base of your brain. When you experience stress, it acts as the first responder, releasing a hormone called corticotrophin-releasing hormone, or CRH. This hormone acts like an alarm, signaling that something is wrong and your body needs to prepare for action. In response to this release of CRH, the pituitary gland, which is a small gland at the base of your brain, releases another hormone called the adrenocorticotropic hormone, also known as ACTH, into your bloodstream. ACTH is the messenger that tells the next stage of the system to get moving. The third step involves the process of HCTH as it travels through the body to your adrenal glands, which sit on top of your kidneys. Here, the adrenal glands release cortisol, which is a key stress hormone. Cortisol helps mobilize energy by increasing blood sugar and making more energy available to your body. It also helps control inflammation and supports your immune system in the short term. Putting it all together, the hypothalamus senses stress and releases CRH. That's the detection of the stress. The signal is transmitted via the release of CRH, which prompts the pituitary gland to secrete ACTH. And then the final step is that action, where ACTH travels to the adrenal glands, which then produce cortisol, which prepares your body to face the challenge. Chronic stress is when your body stays in high alert for a long period, days, weeks, or months, rather than a quick burst of activity. While a short sudden stress may help you to react to immediate challenges, chronic stress keeps your stress response activated all the time, and that can lead to problems. Chronic stress is experienced when you're dealing with constant pressures, like ongoing health issues, financial worries, caring for a loved one, or any situation that doesn't easily resolve. Unlike a one-time scare, your body does not get a break from its alarm system. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline through the HPA axis. In chronic stress, however, your body keeps releasing these hormones over and over again, which is not good for long-term health. While the stress response is very useful for short-term challenges, chronic long-term stress can lead to some unwanted effects, especially in the brain. The first is to the hippocampus. The hippocampus is important for forming new memories and recalling past events. High levels of cortisol over time can make the hippocampus less efficient, and in some cases can even cause it to shrink. This can lead to memory problems, making it harder to remember details or learn new information. Next is the prefrontal cortex, the area of your brain responsible for planning, decision-making, and focusing your attention. When stress is prolonged, the functioning of this area can be impaired. This may mean slower decision-making or difficulty concentrating on tasks. And then there's the amygdala, the brain region important for processing emotions. During chronic stress, it becomes hyperactive, making us more reactive to perceived threats. It may become stronger, which would actually strengthen your fear-based learning and your emotional responses, and it may also form stronger connections with the hypothalamus, which can lead to a greater stress response, which is not a good thing. It may also weaken the connection between the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala, which reduces your ability to rationally access situations and control your emotions. It can also disrupt the hippocampus, leading to an impaired ability to form new memories and increased focus on negative experiences. Overall, a strong ongoing stress response can lead to a cycle where your memory and decision-making suffer, which in turn can make daily challenges even more stressful. Learning to manage your stress is a key to keeping these brain areas functioning as well. Chronic stress can have a widespread impact on the body, affecting multiple systems and leading to long-term health consequences. The brain is particularly vulnerable, as prolonged stress can cause difficulty concentrating, increased anxiety, depression, irritability, mood swings, and mind fog. And these systems are due to the continuous release of stress hormones, which disrupt normal cognitive function and emotional regulation. The cardiovascular system is also significantly affected, with chronic stress contributing to higher cholesterol, elevated blood pressure, and an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. Stress triggers the release of adrenaline and cortisol, which can lead to long-term strain on the heart and blood vessels, increasing the likelihood of cardiovascular disease. Stress also takes a toll on the joints and muscles, leading to inflammation, tension, aches and pains, and muscle tightness. Many individuals may experience chronic headaches, neck stiffness, or back pain due to prolonged stress-related muscle tension. Additionally, the immune system becomes compromised, resulting in decreased immune function, lowers the defenses against illness, which creates a higher risk of infections and slower recovery times. This is because stress suppresses the body's ability to fight off pathogens, which makes us more susceptible to colds, flus, and other illnesses. The skin is another area where stress leaves its mark, often causing hair loss, dull or brittle hair, brittle nails, dry skin, acne, and delayed tissue repair. Stress-induced hormonal imbalances can lead to breakouts and worsen existing skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis. Similarly, the gut experiences significant disruptions as stress interferes with the absorption of nutrients, digestion, and overall gut health. And this can manifest as diarrhea, constipation, bloating, indigestion, pain and discomfort, and often even worsening symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. Chronic stress also affects the reproductive system, leading to decreased hormone production, a reduction in libido, and an increase in PMS symptoms. The hormonal imbalances caused by stress affect fertility, menstruation, and overall reproductive health. Chronic stress has a profound impact on mental and psychological health, influencing emotions, cognition, and overall well-being. While the body remains in a prolonged state of stress, the brain's amygdala, which processes emotions and detects threats, becomes overactive. This heightened state of alertness makes individuals more prone to anxiety, fear, and emotional reactivity, often causing them to perceive neutral or mildly stressful situations as overwhelming. At the same time, chronic stress weakens the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for rational decision-making and emotional regulation. As a result, people may struggle with impulse control, problem solving, and maintaining a balanced perspective on life. Beyond emotional dysregulation, chronic stress significantly affects cognitive function, particularly memory and learning. The hippocampus, a brain region crucial for forming new memories, is highly sensitive to stress hormones like cortisol. Prolonged exposure to elevated cortisol levels can lead to the shrinking of the hippocampus, resulting in difficulties with concentration, forgetfulness, and impaired ability to retain new information. This cognitive decline can contribute to brain fog, reduce productivity, and even increase the risk of conditions like dementia over time. Psychologically, chronic stress is closely linked to an increased risk of anxiety disorders, depression, and mood instability. A person under chronic stress may experience persistent worry, irritability, and emotional exhaustion, making it difficult to experience joy or relaxation. The constant activation of the brain's fight or flight response can disrupt sleep patterns, leading to insomnia or restless sleep, which further exacerbates emotional instability and cognitive decline. Over time, this cycle of stress and poor mental health can create a sense of helplessness and burnout, making it difficult for individuals to engage in self-care, maintain social relationships, or find motivation in daily activities. In addition, chronic stress can influence decision-making and risk perception. When stress is prolonged, individuals are more likely to make impulsive, emotionally driven decisions, often reacting to short-term relief rather than considering long-term consequences. This can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as emotional eating, substance use, or social withdrawal, which further deteriorates mental and emotional well-being. Managing chronic stress is essential for maintaining mental clarity, emotional balance, and overall well-being. You can take proactive steps to alleviate stress and counteract its negative effects on memory, decision-making, and emotional regulation. These steps include regular physical activity, which is one of the most effective ways to reduce stress hormones while boosting mood-enhancing chemicals like endorphins. Simple activities like walking, yoga, or stretching can help regulate stress levels and improve overall resilience. Developing healthy sleep habits is also crucial, as poor sleep exacerbates stress-related cognitive issues. Sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, limiting screen time before bed, and practicing relaxation techniques can all enhance your brain's ability to recover and maintain emotional stability. Practicing mindfulness and relaxation techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or progressive muscle relaxation can calm the amygdala and reduce emotional reactivity, helping you to feel more in control of your stress responses. Strengthening your social connections is another valuable strategy. Spending time with friends, family, or supportive groups will provide emotional comfort and help reduce those feelings of isolation, which can amplify stress. Seeking guidance from mentors, counselors, or therapists can also be beneficial when stress becomes overwhelming. Use time management and organization skills to help prevent stress from escalating. Breaking tasks into manageable steps, setting realistic goals, and using planners or digital tools can all reduce the pressure of deadlines and workload. Finally, maintaining a healthy diet and staying hydrated can support brain function and energy levels, making it easier to cope with stress. Nutrient-rich foods, such as those high in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins, contribute to your brain health and emotional balance. By incorporating these strategies into your daily life, you can create a sustainable approach to managing stress, improving cognitive function, and fostering long-term emotional resilience. While occasional stress is a normal part of life, there are times when seeking professional help becomes necessary. If persistent sleep problems continue, despite efforts to establish a healthy routine, it may indicate that stress is disrupting the body's ability to recover. Similarly, ongoing memory concerns such as frequent forgetfulness or difficulty retaining new information can be a sign that chronic stress is affecting your brain function. If constant anxiety or excessive worry interfere with daily activities, making it harder to focus or enjoy life, professional support may be needed to develop effective coping strategies. Additionally, physical symptoms that don't improve, such as headaches, digestive issues, muscle tension, or fatigue, can indicate the stress is taking a toll on your body. Finally, if stress feels overwhelming, despite trying relaxation techniques, exercise, or mindfulness, it might be a time to seek help from a therapist, counselor, or medical professional. Addressing stress early can help prevent long-term effects on mental and physical health, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. I want to remind you that our course website has more information. Besides containing this lesson, you'll also find videos on how stress affects your brain, on how the HPA axis works, and the physiology behind the stress response. You'll also see many different images which display things like how stress impacts your brain, body, and mind. And our class website, our lesson website, also has a stress management toolbox with 3 examples for stress reduction, including videos on how to do these activities. Managing stress is essential for maintaining both mental and physical well-being. While short-term stress can be helpful in certain situations, chronic stress can take a toll on memory, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Understanding how stress affects your brain and body empowers us to take proactive steps to reduce its impact. By incorporating healthy habits like regular exercise, quality sleep, mindfulness practices, and strong social connections, we can build resilience and better cope with the challenges. Also, recognizing when stress becomes overwhelming and seeking professional support when needed is crucial for long-term health and well-being. Ultimately, learning to manage stress not only improves your cognitive function and emotional balance, but also enhances the overall quality of life. Taking small, consistent steps towards stress management can lead to greater clarity, calmness, and control in daily life. Thank you for listening, and make sure to practice some of the techniques mentioned in this lesson to decrease the stress in your own lives. Thank you.